Good. Hi, people. Good afternoon. Can I get a quick confirmation in the chat box regarding the sounds? Am I loud and clear for you people? Yes. All good. Perfect. So, did you do the exam? School term test? Are you done with the school term test? Yes. How was the paper? Easy, difficult, okay, fine, average. Good, good. Cool. So now we are done with that part. So first target is done. We focused on your first term test, not the batch 2 students actually, because batch 2 students can't help. You all started the classes late, no? If you have joined the batch 1, then you would have studied everything. Lot of questions from third lesson. You are from which batch, Methula? Batch 1 or batch 2? Batch 2, that's the issue. So that's the issue. Batch 2 students joined late, no? මොනා කරන්නද ඉතින් නේද? ඊළඟ session එකට හරි බලමු. No problem. So now let's keep all those aside. A new day, a new month, a new beginning. Even if you take a fresh start today, people, still you have a chance to go for a good result in the subject commerce. Because today only I am going to do, I would say, out of 3 important chapters which is there in your commerce, I would rank this one as the number 1 or number 2. Double entry chapter. Can I know any one of you all have already studied this chapter? Double entry chapter in your school? Anyone have not studied it? So people, very important chapter. Very important chapter. Again, I am telling for the 4th time, very important chapter. If you are, now I know this is a little gloomy climate, neither. So you will feel like little sleepy after lunch. It cannot happen, especially today's class, people. Today's class is going to have a big impact on your O-level result. Yes, it is. Because you are going to learn completely something new which you have not studied in any of your ground down grades paper. First time that you are going to study. So you got to be very focused. So if you are like feeling sleepy, quickly put spray some water to your face and come, people. And make sure to bring a small piece of paper with you. Have a small piece of paper. I'm going to give you a small note. Write it and paste it on your wall. Ready? Ready? Ready now? Thumbs up at දාන්න බලන්න ළමයි ටික හැමෝම. Give me a big thumbs up, everyone. Oh, මදි. ආය නිදිමත ගාතින් ඉන්නේ කට්ටියම. වැඩක් නැහැ. එහෙම බෑ. Zakir, I asked you all to get pumped up because we are going to learn one of the very important chapters today. And I asked to keep a small piece of paper because I'm going to give you a small note which is important. You have to write it and paste it on the wall. Cool. Oh, Lamai, only few gave me the reply. Others are all sleeping. Huh? No, right? Good. Someone has unmuted themselves. I don't know who is that. I read that. Okay, we'll mute. Cool. So people, what is this double entry system is? Double entry system. Now, in our previous chapter, when we were studying the impact on the accounting equation, you saw people, due to a particular transaction, always we had two impacts. So let's take an example. We'll assume owner invested 200,000. We had two impacts. What are the two impacts, people? One is our asset increased, and from other side, since owner invested the money, the equity increased. One impact, another impact. Two impacts. Let's take another example. Took a bank loan. So if you take this transaction also, there are two impacts. We learn. If you take a bank loan, we'll assume 50,000. One is your asset increasing, cash is increasing, cash asset is increasing, cash asset. From other side, your liability increased. What liability increased? Bank loan liability. Two impacts. Let me take another example. Paid to creditors. Paid to creditors. So if you take this transaction also, we had two impacts. What are the two impacts, people? When you pay to your creditor, your asset is decreasing. What asset is decreasing? You are paying money, no? Your cash asset is decreasing. From other side, since you made the payment to the creditors, your liabilities are decreasing. Which liability? Creditor liability is decreasing. Now you see there are two impacts. Let me take another example. Sales rupees 300,000. We'll assume a cash sale. So if you take this transaction also, people, there are two impacts. What are the two impacts? One side, your asset is increasing. What asset is increasing? Cash asset is increasing. From other side, this is an income for you. Sales is an income. Income is increasing, people. Income is increasing. Sales income. You see, two impacts. Two impacts. And let's take another example. We'll assume you got money from the debtors. Received money from debtors. So if you take this particular transaction, there are two impacts. What are the two impacts? One is your cash asset is increasing. Yes. And from other side, that debtor balance is decreasing now. Debtors are asset for us. I told you. Debtors කියන්නේ අපිට සල්ලි දෙන්න ඉන්න කට්ටිය. Debtors means the people who has to give us money. Give us money. අපිට දෙන්න ඉන්න කට්ටිය. The people who has to give money for us. So that money they have to give, now it is decreasing. So asset is decreasing. What asset is decreasing? Debtor asset is decreasing. Again, also how many impacts are there? Two impacts are there. Now people, everyone tell me, here I took 5 different examples. For every transaction, how many impacts I have written, people? Tell me. Owner invested 200,000, took a bank loan 50,000, paid to creditors, sales 300,000, received money from debtors. Everyone tell me, I am not teaching only for few students in this class. I am teaching for everyone. If you all can't reply people, please get the recording and watch the recording. Don't be in the live class. Today I told you it is an important class, Kiela. So you got to be active in the class today. If not, I won't emphasize on this one so much. So in all these examples, you can clearly see ekai, dekai, ekai, dekai, ekai, dekai. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you take any transaction, you can see people, there are two impacts. So the learning number one, any transaction will have how many impacts? People will have two impacts. So I don't know what are those two impacts, people. Sometimes asset will increase, asset might decrease, liability will increase, liability might decrease, equity will increase, decrease. Somehow people two impacts are there. So if you take asset can increase, asset can decrease. Increase, it can decrease. Liability also can increase, it can decrease. Equity also can increase as well as it can decrease. Income also it can increase as well as it can decrease. Expenses also it can increase as well as it can decrease. Somehow people, what you have to understand, any transaction will have two impacts. ඔන්න ඕකට තමයි අපි කියන්නේ ළමයි dual impact of a transaction. Dual impact of a transaction. So dual impact of a transaction means having two impacts. Having two impacts. Okay, listen carefully. Any transaction will have two impacts. Then hereafter, people, when you are writing a particular transaction and when you are writing it in your accounts, are you writing only in one place or you have to write it in two places hereafter? Hereafter, when you are writing your particular transaction, people, you have to write it in two places, people. Like here. Now here, this transaction, you have to write it in the cash as well as in the bank book. This one also cash as well as in the creditor. This is cash as well as in the sales. This is cash as well as debtors. So any transaction, people, do remember you have to write it in two places. හරිද? එතකොට ළමයි, then listen carefully. We can't just write these transactions as you need, people, in two places ලියනවා කියලා එහෙම නිකන් ලියන්න බෑ. හරිද? You can't just write. When you are writing these transactions, we will write these transactions මෙන්න මේ වගේ T එකක් ඇතුලේ තමයි ලියන්නේ. When we are writing the transactions, we will write the transactions in a T like this. T. So in your accounts hereafter, you will see, people, we will have lot of T's like this. T ගහනවා ගොඩක් අපි. ගොඩක් ගහනවා T. හැම එකටම T තමයි දාන්නේ. දාන transaction, each and every transaction that we are posting T. දාගෙන යනවා හැම transaction. For every transaction, we will have a T. So for these T, in accounting, we are giving a name, people. For these T accounts, in accounting word, we are giving a name. Any student who knows it, tell me. What is the name that we are giving for these T accounts? For T ගොඩක් දාන ඒවට. Anyone? Any idea? No idea? We will call it as ledger account. We will call it as ledger account. So now you have to answer. I am taking in a very slow pace, step by step, one by one, people, because if you get this chapter properly, believe me, people, accounting will be very simple. If you didn't get this chapter properly, and people, for you to get this chapter, you have to do a lot of homework. Homework means from your side, you have to put the effort. If you are not going to put the effort, you won't get this chapter properly. Because fresh chapter, no, brand new chapter, not like maths also now. If you take maths from grade 1, you are studying maths no, huh? Not only in grade 10 and 11. No. If you take science, science from grade 6, you are studying. Not only in 10 and 11. No. But this particular subject, you are studying in 10 and 11. So fresh, a brand new thing for you. So let me ask the questions again. Any transaction will have how many impacts, people? Everyone tell me. Doings. In accounting, these two impacts, api koheda liyanne? Where are we writing these two impacts in accounting? In the ledger. If not, in the ledger accounts. If not in the T accounts. Ledger accounts, another name, T accounts. Can you see, people, in these T's, ඔයාට පැති දෙකක් තියෙනවා. One side, other side. One side, other side. One side, other side. Huh? In every T, there are two sides. This side, මේක මොන පැත්තද? මේක මොන පැත්තද ළමයි? What is this side? Left the right? Left the right? Left. Left. This is right. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. දැන් අර මේ කැඩිට් කරනවා මාර්ච් පාස් කරන්න පටන් අරන් ඇති. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. So all the T accounts have this both the sides. Huh? For the left side, we are giving a special name in accounting. For the left side, we are giving a special name in accounting. We will call it as debit side. We'll call it as what side, people? Everyone tell me left side decker. Debit side. Right side deකට තව නමක් කියනවා. අපි ඒකට කියනවා credit side. Credit side. So we learn three things. Any transaction will have two impacts. Whatever the two. Asset වැඩිවීම, asset අඩුවීම, whatever. Equity increasing, equity decreasing, liability increasing, decreasing, blah, 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 blah. Somehow two impacts are there. So these two impacts, we have to write it in ledger accounts. If not in T accounts. In T accounts, two sides are there. Two sides. Left side, we are writing the debit. Left side, the name that we are giving for the left side of the T, the name that we are giving is debit. Right side of the T, the name that we are giving is credit. That's it. Wait, tell the student all other students join. Okay, without any problem. So tell that student, probably that student might have a problem with the device. Okay, because all other students join and they are in the class also now. If not, if it is not working, other students will not be able to join now. So this is a special problem with the device. So before the next class, ask the student to change the device. Okay, now I forwarded the link. I forwarded the link. Through that ask the student. Before next class, make sure. Okay. So you have one side debit side and other side is the credit side. Left side is debit, right side is credit. Now let me come to the next part of this chapter. The second part, the second most important part. Listen carefully, B. Let me write the basic accounting equation that we studied. The basic accounting equation, it is asset equals equity plus liability. And people, in the same class we studied, let me take only the income and expenses. Due to the income, all the students tell me what will happen to the equity. Will increase or decrease due to the income. It will increase. Due to the expenses, what will happen to the equity? Due to the expenses, we learn the equity will decrease. Super. So now let me write the formula little bit in a different manner. Asset equals, I'm not going to put these arrows and write. Okay, let me write like this. Equity plus liability. Without writing, putting like these arrows, I'll write the income over here, income, and minus expense over here. So with these people, accounting is done. Accounting part is done. Now we are going to do little bit of maths. Maths. I don't like this minus sign. For me to get rid of this minus expense, minus sign, what I can do, people, just think and tell me. Maths are not accounts. I'm not teaching accounts. Just tell me. Ethan, correct. This minus sign, I don't like, people. I want to get rid of this minus. Change the sign. Perfect. Good. You all know maths, no. Hondai. Asset plus expense equals equity plus liability plus income. Okay. Now that's it, people. Now game is done. So this is not something connected with the accounts. This is purely I did for the maths purpose. Now what I want to tell you is, people, if you take this equation, now this is the equation. This is your left side. And this is your right side. This is your right side. In left side, you have two items. What are the two items that you have? One is the asset, other one is the expense. In right side, you have three items. Equity, liability, income. Equity, liability, income. Okay. Now only the important part. So people, one time, I know you all at home, just repeat it with me. Left side, how many out of 5 items? Inside the left side basket, how many items are there? Inside the left side basket, 2 items are there. What are the 2 items? Assets and expenses. Inside the right side basket, how many items are there, people? 3 items are there. What are the 3 items? Equity, liability, and income. Listen up. Any item from the left side basket increases. Any item from the left side basket increases. We will call it as debit record. We will call it as what? Debit record. In short form, we used to call it as DR. DR. Now, sometimes you might study in your school and all. DR means debit. DR means not debit. DR means debit record. You are studying, study the proper. People used to say, you just go and ask, what is DR? After studying accounts, they will say DR means debit, not debit. DR means debit record. DR means debit record. R stand for record. Okay, Zakir? And next one. So that is, yes. Simple. Yes, simple. Now let's move to the right side basket. Methula have studied this one somewhere. එහෙනම් කොහොමද කිව්වේ? Left side basket item increases debit record. Right side basket item increases. එහෙනම් මෙතුල හිතලා කියලා තියෙන්නේ. හොඳයි. We will call it as credit record. Credit record means what, people? CR. That's it. So everyone tell me. All the students tell me. Left side basket එකේ බඩු කීයද? 2යි. Just type the abbreviation. Asset නම් A දාන්න, expense නම් EX දාන්න. What are the 2 items which is there in the left side basket? Assets and expenses. Perfect. Maybe. Certain students are there. They are typing asset ASS. Ayyo, just think and type, will you? Expense EX, asset ASS. Just think and see when I'm getting the message ASS and EX. Mara fellows, you people. Okay. So in the right side basket, how many items are there, people? In right side basket, how many items are there? 3 items. Equity use EQ. Liability L, income I. So what are the 3 items? Equity, liability, income. Left side basket naginawa ng asset expense naginawa ng asset expense increases. Debit record. Equity liability income increases. Equity liability income increases. A credit record. Simple as that. For this rule only, people, rule for this rule only we will use to call it as double entry rule. Double entry rule. Asset expense increases debit. Equity liability income increases credit. Now there is a practical problem here, people. That's what I'm coming, Ethan. So increases fine. Increases fine. Decrease increases fine. If it decreases, we'll learn. Yes, correct, Ethan. First, we'll learn one side. Once you learn one side, other one will become very easy. Once you learn increase, decrease will become very easy. So, shall we go to the note, people? Shall we go to the note? Huh? So, people, listen. One last time. Let me ask you some questions. Any transaction. Now you got to answer. If you answer only, it will hit hard. If it hits hard, after that, you are bloody sorted in this subject. Huh? Everyone tell me. Any transaction, how many impacts are there? 2 impacts. So these 2 impacts, where are we writing these 2 impacts? In the ledger accounts. If not, another name, T accounts. T accounts has how many sides? 2 sides. What are the names of the sides? Debit side, and the credit side. Debit side and the credit side. Okay. So in debit side, we are recording what records? In debit side, we are recording what records? Debit records. Debit records. In credit side, we are recording what records? Credit records. So can you see this is a system, no, people? Each transaction is having 2 impacts. These 2 impacts, we are writing it in the ledger accounts. When you are writing in the ledger accounts, 2 sides are there. One side is debit side. In debit side, we will write the debit record. In credit side, we will write the credit record. For this system, this is a system. For this system only, we will call it as double entry system. Double entry system. So somehow people, as per the double entry rule, or double entry principle. Double entry principle. Asset expenses increases debit. Equity liability income increases credit. අපි increase විතරයි ඉගෙන ගත්තේ ළමයි. Decrease ඉගෙන ගත්තේ නැහැ. We will learn decrease when I am giving the note. So can you all come to this point, people, for the double entry rule? So here write down. Here write down, everyone. Asset expense, one side. Equity, liability, income. So this is the left side and this is the right side. Left side, any item increases. Any item increases, we will call it as debit record. Debit record. Any item which is there in the right side increases, we'll call it as credit record. So now everyone under that write down by keeping little bit of space. Write down double entry rule or double entry principle. Okay. Assets, expense, equity, liability, income. Here you write increase. Increase. Debit, debit. Credit, credit, credit. Okay. If you all are done with the increase part, people, just let me know through a letter D. Then we'll go to the decrease. Done. Good. Now let's go to the decrease, people. Decrease is very simple. Right opposite of the increase. Listen carefully. Decrease is the right opposite of the increase. Asset increases debit now. Decreases should be credit. Expense increase debit now. Decrease should be credit. Then you tell me these three people. Equity, liability, income increase, credit none. Decrease should be debit. Debit, perfect. Perfect. Now you can fill up here, people. Now you can fill up here. Left side items increasing debit. Left side item decrease in credit. Right side item increasing credit. Right side item decrease in debit. Now I want you all to take a small piece of paper, maybe like A5 size, half of A4. Take a piece of paper, people. Take a piece of paper. Got that? Small piece is enough. Small piece is enough. Done. Did you all take? Now, in that paper, menna මේක ලියා ගන්න ළම. ලොකෝට ලියා ගන්න big form. Asset expense. Yes, Yunus, give me a second. Equity, liability, income. Increase credit, decrease debit. Yunus done? Yunus. So why did I ask you to write this one in a piece of paper? What you should do now, people? මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕන ළමයි? What you should do? Paste it on your wall. අලවල තියාගන්න. Paste it on your head. Paste it on your wall. Okay. Paste it on your wall. If you are done, post a letter D in the chat box. Now let's do an exercise. You have to quickly tell me. Quickly tell me. DR the CR the kila datta patagana daan. Asset increases. Asset increases. Asset increases. Asset increases. Asset increases. Equity increases. Equity increases. Equity increases. Equity increases. Income decreases. Income decreases. Income decreases. Income decreases. Income decreases. Income decreases. Metula. Income decreases. Yusat, income decreases. Income decreases. Yusat, income decreases. What? Income decreases. Income increases CR, decreases DR. Expense increases. Expense increases. Expense increases. DR. Expense increases. Liability decreases. Liability decreases. Liability decreases. Liability decreases. Liability decreases. Liability decreases. Now, people, now did you all see? This is the nature. I am doing lecturing for freaking 13 years, people. I know the psychology. Yeah? At once you can't get it. Sometimes you will struggle a little. You will struggle. If not, even you have given the answer, you will look at the paper and give me the answer. So now understand the practice that you have to put from your side at home. Now, when I ask like this, you should be able to like this. Looked at the screen. Okay, okay. So now you might have looked at the screen. If not, sometimes looked at the paper. Neither. If not, gave the wrong answer. But hereafter, it cannot happen. When I ask like this, you should be able to like this. Asset increases, debit. Asset decreases, credit. Expense increases, debit. Expense decreases, credit. Income increases, credit. Income decreases, debit. Equity increases, credit. Equity decreases, debit. Whatever that I ask. Liability decreases, debit. Liability increases, credit. Can't think and wait. You shouldn't think and wait. If you are thinking and waiting on asset, expense, right side, left side. No, left side increasing debit. Then decreasing credit. Then train will be gone by the time. By the time train will be gone. You can't think and wait like that. But don't worry, people. So this is that's what I told. This is the first time that you are studying this particular chapter, especially this subject. When you move forward little by little, little by little, little by little, you will get used to it. You shouldn't forget you are learning a language, no? Accounting is the language of the business. So if you want to learn a language, you should learn new words also. So you are learning the language of the business, which is the accounting language. So these are the words that we are using in the accounting world. Debit KI, credit KI. Likewise, now you are learning little by little, but don't worry, people. When we use the language again and again and again and again and again and again, you will be perfectly okay with it. Do not worry. You will be perfectly okay. Cool. So let's quickly run through the note that I have given people. So for the dual aspect, if not this double entry concept, people, there are other names. Better to know these names also. Dual aspect, if not duality concept, double entry convention, better to know all the names. There is a dual impact of each transaction. As I told you, any transaction will have two impacts. This concept states that each and every business transaction event have two effects, two impacts. And these two effects are recorded in two different ledger accounts, T, ledger accounts. One effect is recorded in the debit side, debit record. Other one is in the credit side, credit record. Just at this line also, people, this system is known as the double entry system. This system is known as the double entry system. So if you want to play in the double entry system, people, you should know the rules. You should know the principle. You should know the rules if you want to play in the double entry system. Asset expenses increases debit, decreases credit. Asset expenses increases debit, decreases credit. Asset expenses increases debit, decreases credit. Why did I tell 3 times, people? Because this is the first time that you are studying. Equity liability income increases credit, decreases debit. Equity liability income increases credit, decreases debit. Equity liability income increases credit, decreases debit. Alas, we are done with the chapter. We are done. Seriously. Now, nothing to learn. Simply application. Applying the knowledge. Nothing to learn, people. Here's it. Question 1, question 2, question 3. Only questions are there. But not one of the most difficult chapter, the most important chapter, I would say. Now you can see, make pettiyak wage ekak tiyena. Can you all see that on the screen, people? Table එකක් වගේ එකක්. Can you all see? Huh? You will not believe this is a T, people. Can you see a T somewhere over here? T එකක් පේනවද? This is a T. Seriously. Shall I show you? Wait here. දැක්කද T එක? You forget it. No. So T එකේ මේ මෙතන මොකද තියෙන්නේ ළමයි බලන්න. Left side what you have? Left side. Debit. Debit records. Right side. Credits. So for the debit also you have the date. Credit also you have the date of the transaction. Description of the transaction. දෙපැත්තම තියෙනවා. Ledger folio. What is this ledger folio? I'll teach you. When we are doing the transactions, I'll teach you what is this ledger folio and the value. So these four items are there in the debit side as well as in the credit side. මේක T එකක් තමයි ඉතින්. In your exam, you will ask this question. I'll just keep you informed. You will later ask me, sir, should we have to put this table කියලා ඔයා අහනවා නිවා. ඔයා ඇහුවේ නැත්තම් මම්මගේ කන කපා ගන්න. For sure. Not one year. I will cut my both the ears. For sure. Not today. Later on when we are doing the questions, we'll ask, sir, it's extremely difficult to put down these tables and weights. Sir, can't we just draw the T account and finish it off? You will ask me this question, people. Remember, in your exam, for these formats are there. No, kottu gala, petti gala. Okay. For these formats, you are getting like half a mark to 1 mark. For the complete paper, if you take maybe like 2 to 3 marks, if you take all the questions, 2 to 3 marks are completely allocated for these boxes and petties and all for these tables. Okay. For putting the formats. So it's your choice, people. I always give this choice to students. Now whatever I say, sometimes you won't get it because you have not experienced, but just remember I have told something like this here. The two choices that you have, one is people without putting the tables and formats, you can simply skip. In return, you will get some saving of the time. You will get some saving of the time. So using the time saved, people, you can answer more questions. And when it's come to the subject business studies, people, especially the part accounting, the challenging part is the timing. People. Timing is challenging actually in accounts. To be honest, not like history. The subject-wise, content-wise, I won't say it is a difficult subject. If you study properly, subject is easy. If you study properly. But people, timing, there is a challenging part when it's come to the accounting, not the business studies. So you can save the time if you didn't put the formats and do the questions. But you have to sacrifice one. What you have to sacrifice, like 2 to 3 marks you have to sacrifice. If not, from other side, if you are putting the formats and if you are doing, you can get that 2 to 3 marks, but it will take extra bit of time. That's what I told. The choice is up to you. You can decide. Again, I am telling, what the hell right now I told, sometimes you will not feel it, people, because now only you are starting it. when we are moving forward, you will understand the difficulty of putting the T accounts, people. Believe me. ඕගොල්ලෝ ඒක මගෙන් ඇහුවේ නැත්නම් මම කන කපා ගන්නවා. මගේ රෙකෝඩින් එකත් මම තියන්න. මේ කියන එක. For sure. So people, somehow in this T account, what you have to understand, you have the debit side and the credit side, and this is the T. T method. So for both the sides, you have 4 items, people. One item is date. Date means the date of the transaction. Date of the transaction. Description, just keep it, people. Normal description, we have to write the name of the other account. When we are doing the questions, you will realize. And ledger folio, I'll just read the note. Ledger folio, page number of other. For you to cross check again, that one also I will teach you. I'm just telling that one also we will get the learning. And the value, nothing to say, people. Value means value. Value means value. That's it. So for you to get a learning, now let's jump to the question number 1. Let's jump to the question number 1. Question 1 and transaction 1. People. Now everyone should reply me. ඔයා මේ කට පියාගෙන ඉන්න බෑ. එහෙම ඉන්නවා නම් වැඩක් නැහැ. Someone, the owner, started the business by investing 5 lakhs. You tell me, as per the accounting equation, මොන දෙකද වැඩි වෙන්නේ? මොනවද වෙන්නේ? As per the accounting equation, what will happen? Someone invested 5 lakhs. Everyone tell me. Someone invested 5 lakhs. From one side, one of the asset is increasing. What asset is increasing, people? Cash asset is increasing. Yes or no? Yes or no? And from other side, what's happening? Equity is increasing. What is the equity? The capital. Capital is increasing. Yes or no, people? Yes or no? Yes. Now everyone take the paper. Take the paper which I asked you to paste on the wall. Tell me, asset increases is what record, people? Asset increases is what record? A debit record. Tell me, equity increases is a what record? Equity increases is a what record? Credit record. Wait. Inna lamai. Hadisi wenne epa. We'll take step by step, one by one, methodically. Next one. Business purchased a machine. So what business is getting, people? Everyone tell me. What business is getting? We purchased a machine. We are getting an asset. What asset? We are getting an asset, which is the machine asset. Machine. And business purchased it. That means what's happening to the business money, people? What's happening to the business money? One of the other asset is decreasing. Asset purchase. No, don't write. I will tell you, sir. I will tell you when to write. Now just type the answer. Asset purchase, not expenses. How they give it? Someone told me asset purchase, not expense. Or electricity, water, staff salaries, what are my expenses? So here my cash asset is decreasing. Cash asset is decreasing. Now all the students tell me asset increases. asset decreases. Perfect. Next one. I am going to give you a learning. I'm going to, you will see a small pattern here. Nice thing you will see. Business took a bank loan. If we take a bank loan, what are we getting? Toppy the, pol the, kiri the, kaju the, cake the, biscuit the. If we take a bank loan, we are getting money, cash. We are getting asset, cash, asset is increasing. From other side, what's happening, people? Our liability, which is the bank loan liability increasing. No, interest interest means it is the extra sum that you have to pay to the bank. When you take a bank loan, two things will happen. When you take a bank loan, two things will happen. What are the two things? One is our money is increasing. Other one is again nayat increasing. My obligations also increasing. My liability is also increasing. Later we will pay interest. Take a later. Is that clear, Mithula? Is that clear? Yes. So again, everyone tell me. Asset naginawa. Mokadda asset naginawa. Kanda debit. Liability naginawa. Mokadde liability naginawa. It is credit. It's nice, it's nice. Beautiful. Look at this. Fourth one. Paid interest. Interest means what for the business? Now you tell me, Methula, interest is what for the business? It is an expense for the business. Interest is expense for the business. Expense, interest. No, expenses, Zakir, we are recording separately. Now we are not connecting with the equity. Later only we will connect. Expense. And from other side, what's happening, people? My cash decrease. Cash. Asset because I am paying it, no? Cash. Decreasing. So now everyone tell me, people. Expenses. What for the business? Expenses. Look at the cole, Ethan. Ethan, look at the cole. Expense up. Expense up. Debit. Asset reduction. Asset reduction. Credit. Last one. Last one. Commission income. We are getting money. Asset, which is the cash. Always remember two hits are there. And from other side, income is also getting income, which is the commission income. Commission income. Income is increasing. With that, my money also increasing. Okay, everyone tell me. Everyone tell me. Money is increasing. My income also increasing. Asset increases. DR. Income increases. Income increases. CR. Now, what's the learning that I wanted to give you? You look at all 5 transactions. You look at all 5 transactions. How many impacts are there? Tell me, people, first of all. How many impacts are there? 2 impacts. How many records are there? Tell me. How many records are there? 2 records are there. What are the 2 records, people? Everyone tell me. What are the 2 records? A debit record, a credit record. Debit, credit. Debit innawa, credit innawa. Debit is there, credit is there. 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 Always, if there is a debit, there should be a credit. If there is a credit, there should be a debit. දෙන්නව ගලවන්න බෑ. එකට ලව්. ඩෙබිට් ඉන්නවා නම් ක්‍රෙඩිට් උත් ඉන්නවා, ක්‍රෙඩිට් ඉන්නවා නම් ඩෙබිට් උත් ඉන්නවා. It's like your shadow. Can't remove. Debit and credit always will be there for any transaction. If you write the double entries properly, people, it should balance nicely. Debit, credit, debit, credit, debit, credit, debit, credit, debit, credit should balance nicely. Write this down. Diagram. Nikan, wait, people, wait, stop writing, stop. Now, did I explain to you? Yes or no? Left sides always debits and yes, correct. Correct, Vinati. Did I explain to you all now? Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me. Did I explain? Did you all give me the answers? Yes or no? Did you all give me the answers? That means you knew the things. No? ඔයා දන්න හින්දානේ answers දුන්නේ. Because you knew the things only, you gave me the answers. Without looking at the screen, you tried. Without looking at the screen, you tried, people. Try. I'll give you 5 minutes. හොර කරන්න බෑ. ආයෙ පොතටක් ගාලා ලියලා ඉවර කරනවා කියලා. Then people, you are cheating for yourself. You are becoming a cheater for yourself. දැන මොකටද බම් වලට දාගන්නේ තමන් බම? No need, no. By knowing you are going to cheat yourself, no need to do no. Just try. Without looking at the screen, try. Do the mistake, no problem. Then look at the screen. And write the correct. Start. I'll give you 5 minutes. Oops. එහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. දෙකම එකපාර දාන්න බෑනේ ළමයෝ මට. ෆොටෝ එකක් අරගන්නකෝ එනන් ටක් ගාලා. Wait, I'll try something. Wait. දැන් හරිද? දැන් පේනවද? Now okay, Usat? Can see both? Good. Yes, Zakir, correct. Uh, sir, I get it. Second one. Second transaction में तुला. Did you figure out the mistake then, Mithula? Good. So if you all are done, post a letter D people. Minimum 10. Today minimum 10. 1, 2, 3. I got only 3. 4. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 8. 9. 10. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we are not done with the question. Huh? Actually, we still didn't start the question also. Now we'll take transaction by transaction. Okay. We'll take transaction by transaction and we'll record it nicely, people. Now only we are going to record it properly. First transaction, what is that? Someone invested 500,000 to the business. So people, equity is increasing and from other end, cash is increasing. So you don't write, I'll give you time to write, do not worry. Asset increases, debit, what asset? Cash asset. So we have to write it in the cash account. Cash account. Cash transactions, we'll write it in the cash account. And from other side, equity is increasing. Same thing which I wrote previously. Credit. All the capital items, we'll write it in the capital account. So the value is how much, people? 500,000. 500,000. Now I'll tell you how we are doing it in A levels and higher educations. Okay, very simple. හරිද? A levels වල නම් මෙහෙම ගානවා T එක. මෙහෙම ගානවා තව T එක. Okay. Here we will write cash account. Here we will write the capital account. Okay. So this is in your A levels. You can do it for your O levels, but as I told you, you will lose like 2 to 3 marks completely. From 100 marks paper, you'll lose like 2 to 3 marks. So everyone tell me what is the left side of this account? What is the left side? What's the name that we gave people? Left side, debit. Right side, credit. Left side, debit. Right side, credit. Okay. Everyone tell me, look at this properly. Now listen. Now listen. You are going to learn how to record. Inside your cash account, 500,000. We have to write it to which side, people? Look at this. Inside the cash account, 500,000. We have to write it to which side, people? For the debit side. So write like this, 500,000. Inside the capital account, 500,000. For which side I have to write? Inside the capital account, 500,000. Which side I have to write? To the credit side. Now what you should do, people, listen me out loudly. Listen me out loudly. Nam deka maru kalla liya. What you should do, people? Switch the names and write. So this is cash account. What is the other account's name? Tell me, people. What is the other account's name? Tell me, people. Come on. Other account's name. Anith account again. Capital. Make a capital account. Anith account again. Anith account again. Tell me. Cash. Cash. Now, don't ask me why. Before you ask, I am telling. Before you ask, I am telling. 13 years kya nikah nemei lamai ne. Ye bereda patan gatta de nemei ne. Now don't ask me why. I will answer for your why next week. So now simply shut and do what I am telling. Okay. Next week I will answer why you should write like that. Now don't write. Let's do the second one also. Let's do the second one also. Okay. There is a reason. Just follow what I am telling you. Okay, just follow. Next week you will get the learn. Let me write the second one. People tell me the second transaction. What was that? Debit asset increases. Debit. What asset, people? Can you help me? Machine. Machine account. Machine account, right? Yes. And another asset is decreasing, which is the cash. Cash. What's the amount? What's the amount? 150,000. 150,000. Second one. Now, second one. Now look at this, people. A levels. I'm teaching you A levels, not O levels. Mehema gewwa T එක. Mehema gewwa T එක. හරිද? Write the names. Machine account and cash account. Okay. Everyone tell me now, this is the debit side. This is the credit side. This is the debit side. This is the credit side. For the machine account 150, I should write in which side? Tell me, people. Only this one. Only this one. After that, you can start. For the machine account 150, for which side we have to write? Help me. Please help me. Don't write. For which side? Machine account ekata yana 150. 150 which is going to the machine account. For which side we have to write, people? For the debit side. Cash account එකට යන 150 මොන side ද? Cash account එකට යන 150 whatever. Did I write it in the correct side? Which one is wrong? Machine is wrong or cash is wrong? I should write it in the credit side. Credit side. 150. That's it. Now what's the next? What's the next? Change the names. Change the names. Right here cash. Right here machine. Wait, Yunus. Wait. So, same question, people. We'll do it for A-level thing also. No problem. You do the A-level thing first because A-level will give you a better learning. You do like this first. Then we'll go to the O-level one. O-level one, you will realize. Extremely not difficult, complicated. O-level one. And very time consuming also. What to do, can't help. Well, are doing O-levels or not A-levels. So if you are done with the transaction number one, just let me know, people. Then we'll move to the transaction number two. First, finish off the T accounts with the T accounts. With the T accounts. ඉස්කෝලේ ටීචර්ට එහෙම ගිහලා පොතේම පෙන්නනවා නෙමෙයි ගහලා බන්නයි. ටීඑම ගහලා. Yunus now itself asking me that question. Yes, Yunus, you will get, but there will be a reduction. It's all about the learning. Once you get the learning, Yunus, the thing will become very easy for you. So get the learning first. After that, we'll come to our path. Path එකට එන්න පුළුවන්, get the learning. So we'll get the learning and we'll come to our. Okay, Yunus. Done. Transaction number one done. People, come on. Tell me. Done. Transaction number one done. Good. Now do the second one. Second one. Quickly do the second one. Finish the second one. Now ඔච්චර දිගට ගන්න එපා. Don't take this one if not. Waste of your book, no? Photo line එකක් ගාලා. චූටි line එක. If not here. Space අපරාධේ book එකේ. Just take a short line. Second one also done. No. Okay. First one. This one Vinuti. Make the. This one. AC stand for account. Those are ledger accounts, no? Accounts කියලා නේ කියන්නේ අපි ඔයාලට. Yeah, I gave you another name. Wait, I'll show you. Where is that? Here. We used to call it as T accounts. It's not ledger accounts. Accounts එක තමයි short form AC කියලා කියන්නේ. Done. Now we'll move to third one, people. Third one. Please give me the double entry for third one. Third one, debit, asset increasing. Debit, which is the cash asset. So cash account. And your liability increasing. Bank loan. Bank loan account. What is the value, people? 100,000. 100,000. T දෙකක් ගහ ගන්නද? T දෙකක් මෙහෙම. 2 T's. 1 T for cash account. Other T for bank loan account. Debit side, credit side. Debit side, credit side. For the cash account, 1 lakh. For which side, people, tell me, please. Cash account, 1 lakh. For which side? Tell me, people. Tell me, for which side? Debit side. 1 lakh. For the bank account, bank loan account. For the bank loan account, 1 lakh. For which side, people? For the credit side. Now switch the names. දෙක මාරු කරන්න. දෙක මාරු කරන්න. මෙතන ලියන්න bank loan. මෙතන ලියන්න cash. Now you can increase the speed. Now you are getting the art. Scene එකට එනවා ටික ටික එනවා. Now you are getting into the art. Now you can increase the speed. Expedite the things. Make it fast. Fourth one. Debit, interest, expense, account, credit, cash account. What is the value? 2,000. Interest, expense account, and cash account. Debit, credit, debit, credit. For the interest expense account, 2,000 for the debit side. For the cash account, 2,000 for the credit side. Switch the names. Here you write cash. Here you write. I don't have space, people. I'll write it in tiny letters. Interest expense. You write it properly, yeah? When you're writing, write it properly, nicely. No, if like, it's better to write in one row. Don't take two rows. Since I don't have space only, I took two rows. It's better to write in one row. I'll erase and write. The last one. Last one. Fifth one. Cash account. Commission income account. 3,500. Debit, credit. Debit side, credit side. So for the cash account, 3,500 to the debit side. For the commission income account, 3,500 to the credit side. Here you can write cash. Here you can write commission income. If you are done, give the confirmation with a letter DP. I need minimum 10. 10 Ds. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. 7, 7, 8, 9. Another one. Another one. 10. Ha. Now we'll start your O-level thing. Now we'll start the O-level thing. Now only we are going to do the O-level thing. Transaction number 1. I'll write the double entries again. Debit, cash account, credit, capital account. Value 500,000. 500,000. In O-levels, people, I told you, you have to put the formats. For the formats, you are getting 2-3 marks. So let's put the format now. Format එක ගහගමු. ගහගමු format එක. මෙහෙම ගැව්වා. මෙහෙම ගැව්වා. හරිද? For one side, how many items were there, people? I told you. For one side of the format, how many items were there? Look at the format. Look at the format, everyone. Here, see. How many items were there? 4 items. 4 items. So we have to write all 4 items, people. What to do? Can't help. You have to write the all 4 items. To show the separation nicely, I'll put another line, nah? Small line like this. So 8. Here, see the format. Date, description, ledger folio, value. What is ledger folio? I'll explain again, people, in the next class. For today's class, just write it. Date, description take little bit bigger, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Likewise, prepare 2 tables. 2 tables, people. Two. Not 1, nah? 2. Maybe 2, 3 lines enough. 2, 3 lines. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value. So this is the cash account. This is the capital account. Cash account, capital account. Debit side, credit side. Debit side, credit side. Debit side, 500,000. Credit side, 500,000. Change the names. Here write capital. Here write cash. If you are done, just let me know. Huh? No need if wrong. No need to close. Just keep it open. No problem. Yes, other ones are blank, empty. O levels? No. O levels, you can use any method, Yunusa. You can use any method, but you will get some marks if you use the formats only. Done? Done? Done. Now again, prepare another 2 tables. Again do. What to do? Can't help. O level ne karanne, A level ne karanne. Come on. Again prepare 2 tables. debit, machine account, credit, credit, cash account. Value 150,000. So again, prepare two tables, people. හදන්න කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. O level එකේ කරන්න. Date, description, ledger folio, value, debit side. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Yes, correct. What to do, Zakir? That's the nature. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Date, description, ledger folio, value. Debit side, credit side. Machine account, cash account. 150,000, 150,000. Switch the name. Here write cash. Here write machine. Okay, Yunus, can see now? Ubaidullah done. Ubaidullah, then do it for the third one also. Again, two tables. Third one, two tables. Fourth one, two tables. Fifth one, two tables. Tables dadama karanne. Can't help. Now you would have finished two transactions. No? Now you tell me, people. Now you tell me. A level one is bringing you more clear picture. O level one is bringing you more clear picture. Which one? A level one is better, right? What to do, people? Can't help. So I'll jump to the third one, shape PK. You will also do debit, cash account, credit, bank, loan account. 100,000. 3 done. 2 more to go. Do it, do it. I can't be, but I'm fed up. You do, You finish all 4. I can't. My fingers are also paining. It's not like writing in the book or board. When you write in the graphic tablet, these fingers are paining. So you do, I can't do. Zakir done. What about others? Only 3. Finish all 5. Finish all 5. I'll do like this. I can erase it, no? I'll nicely erase like this. And I'll use the same table. For y'all, you don't have that option. Fourth one. Fourth one. Debit, interest, expense, account, credit, cash account. Credit, cash account. How much is that? 2,000. 2,000. Interest, expense account, cash account. 2,000, 2,000. Here you write cash. Here you write interest expense. All done. Good. I'm also almost done. Ubaidullah also done. Good. So let me also quickly finish the fifth one. Fifth one, debit, cash account, credit, commission, income account. The amount is 3,500. 3,500, 3,500. Cash account, commission, income account. 3,500 debit side, 3,500 credit side. Switch the names. Here write commission, income. Here write cash. I am also done. So Ubaidullah done, Ifra done. How many of you all have done? Others? Ethan also done. Vimat also done. So people, so you can finish it off. People, you can finish it off. So stop writing. Give me some answers. Any transaction will have how many impacts? Two impacts. So these two impacts, where we should write, where we should record, where we should record, we should write in the ledger accounts, if not in T accounts. Ledger accounts, if not T accounts. Ledger accounts or T accounts, how many sides are there? How many sides? Two. What are the two sides? Debit side and the credit side. Debit side, debit records, credit side, credit records. Perfect. So recording these transactions in the debit side and the credit side, one debit account, one credit account. For this system, we will give a name. What is the name for that system? What is the name for that system? Double entry system. Double entry system. Double entry system. Then you tell me, people, as per the double entry, if you want to work in the double entry system, you should know the rules. In your left side basket, how many items are there? In your left side basket, how many items are there? 2 items. What are the 2 items? Left side basket. Assets and expenses. Assets expenses increases. Asset expenses increases. What record? Debit record. Decreases. Credit record. Equity liability income increases. Equity liability income increases. Credit record. Decreases. Debit record. Simple as that. So after that, we learn, people, how to write the double entries, dual impacts. We wrote. After that, same question in the A level where we did, people, which is giving you a better learning, better picture. Visualization is better in the A level actually, but O levels can't help. You got to use the format. Finish the entire thing. Colors. Then, people, same shit only we will be continuing next week. But little bit of advanced learnings we will be getting. So I hope today's chapter is crystal clear, people, because this is one of the very important chapter. I need the confirmation. Yes. Good. Perfect. Tata, bye. Batch 2 students, Thursday. Batch 2 and batch 1 again next Monday. Bye. No problem.